Well, we didn't need our stopwatches for too many 40-yard dashes today, but we did see Bo Nix put on an absolute show with his arm. Yeah, Kendall, as I was interviewing players after the game, the smell of cigar smoke wafted into the room. And the Ducks really deserve to light up those victory cigars. And when Travis Bazzana is standing at that home plate right over there, there is a very good chance the ball is going to end up over this fence and maybe even into the stands where I'm sitting right now. Just yesterday, he launched one 452 feet. Well, this behind me is where the women's beach volleyball team plays its home matches, and that's one of 4 reasons why the team is actually suing the University of Oregon for gender discrimination. I'm going to hit you with a hard-hitting question first, though. Now that the season's coming to a close, how long does the orange hair stay? At this time last year, the Oregon State women were sitting at home. Well, now they're taking flight for what they hope is a national championship run. So here it is, the Big Jack's burger in all its glory, a burger as robust, as unique, as intense, I would even say, as the guy it's named after, Jackson Powers Johnson. But the Beavers men did take the court against the always salty Colorado Buffaloes. This team, a lot like Chinese food in a movie, they're incredible at home. There was still another mountain to climb in the title game, facing a Colorado team that has haunted them like a bad spring break tattoo. North Eugene's India Mahudeen is shooting more lights out than an abandoned Circuit City. So what's the reward for the 3 seed? It's a big prize. It's getting to host games at Gill Coliseum. My award show celebrating the best athletes, moments, and performances from the past season. So let me put my bow tie on again. Hopefully this sticks on here. Yep, there it is. It's very fancy. I think it's Cartier or one of those places. But let me put this on and try not to bomb like Joe Coy. In an offense full of explosive weapons, center Jackson Powers Johnson helps set the tone.
It's just football. It's a child's game, so I have fun doing that.
A child's game. That's how you refer to football? It's a brutal game.
It's a child's game with the king's ransom.
To get into that zone, JPJ has a special ritual before every game.
Every time I run out of the tunnel, I'll look out to my dad and, point at him and pound my chest, kind of just like signifying that, he's got my back.
He just gets there and he looks up and he knows that's where I'm at. And that's where I'll be.
James stepped in to be there for Jackson from a very young age.
When my husband and I got together, James and I got together, Jackson was 2.5 years old. And when we got married, he was 3. And his biological dad has always struggled with different things. And so James really came in and was the dad.
It wasn't always easy at first.
We would just butt heads on little things. Like I would just be like, you can't be a crazy man. You have to you can't run through the grocery store and yell and scream. He's just a big personality, and I think what it was is he needed to be seen.
James did see him, and the two formed a deep bond through sports.
We did road trips together. We went to games together. I won't go to, there's certain stadiums I won't go to unless he's with me.
And one day when he was a kid, Jackson made a decision.
He looked up at me and he said, "Okay, you're dad now." And I'm like, okay. And that was it. And from there on out, I was dad.
But there was still one more step for the man born as Jackson Light.
When I was 18, I ended up changing my name to Powers Johnson. The Powers in it is my mom's maiden name, and the Johnson's my dad's name. And, my dad being my stepdad, pretty much raising me my entire life since I was 3 years old.
Once JPJ arrived at Oregon as a freshman, Mario Cristobal let him out of practice early to legally change it in a Zoom court date. Now all that was left to do was surprise his dad with the news.
I ended up FaceTiming my dad, and my mom's kind of in the background. She's about to know what's going to happen. And I go, "Dad, I just got done with court." My dad's like, "What'd you do?" He's like, "What'd you do?" Like, "Come on, just you can tell me, but we gotta know what we gotta do."
Parents' worst night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Seriously, you've been there a month and this?"
I'm like, "Well, I changed my name. Do you want to know?" And at that point, just tears streaming.
And then he goes, "You want to hear my full name?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I just assumed it was gonna be Jackson Powers Johnson. He goes, "It's Jackson James Powers Johnson." And for me, for him to take my first name as his middle name was huge.
They're best friends, and so it was a big deal for both of them, and I've never seen two people happier in my life.
Most people are given their name. Jackson chose his to honor his mom and the man who chose to be his father.
It's still cool to see to this day.
Yeah.
That like that's my name. I represent my dad, like my dad's name now, and it's really cool, and it means everything to me.
When this door came open for the Door sisters to play together, there was just no chance they were turning down the opportunity.
I honestly just put my hands up because I know she's gonna catch it, but she just makes it look so easy. I don't understand how she does it.
To like look and see Abby there is like so comforting, because it's like, Paige, you're fine. Like, stop, you're fine.
Paige Dorr has been more than fine, going straight from Marist Catholic High School to batting .314 for the Beavers. And she gets to do it all alongside her older sister, Abby.
I think she always had the work ethic for every aspect of her life, so she can do anything she puts her mind to. Yeah, anytime.
Growing up, it wasn't likely they'd ever get the chance to play together. They're 4 years apart, and Abby started her career at Alabama. So when she transferred to OSU and got an extra year of eligibility, Paige just had to find a way to join the team as well.
Nobody gets to play with their sister, you know? So I was grateful for the opportunity to not only be here, but also play at Abby.
There have been plenty of sibling moments like...
She took my hairbrush for the entire series.
I did. I stole it.
But also others, like when they combined for 4 RBIs in a single day against Arizona.
I was like really nervous for Paige because I just want her to just want her to do so good, but then she pulled through all day today, so I don't know why I was nervous.
Now, stolen hairbrushes aside, the Doors know this is a season they're going to cherish forever. From Kelly Field and Corvallis, I'm Trevor Denton.